Welcome back. We continue with the Sports Call presented by Ireland Contracting here on the Bordas and Bordas Hotline. Bob Pompeani and Ron Cook. To the Twitter mailbag we go. Cal Hammer says the Penguins won last year because they didn't have Letang turning the puck over in his own zone 10 times a game. You know, he has done that, but I will point out this. He was a -17 at one point of the season. He's now a +3. He's turned that around, and I think, again, you have to consider the neck injury, the surgery, coming back maybe too soon, and the result of it. He's a gambling type of player. When it works, boy, it works.
He was playing great last year before he got hurt. I don't think that's why they won by not having him out there. This year's not been good for him. He hasn't been anywhere close to what he can be, but there's still 30 games left, and I would expect him to be a solid contributor to them down the stretch.
North Cambria is our next destination. We have Tony on the line. Hey, Tony, how are you?
Good, Bob. Thanks for taking my call. Great show you guys do, you and Ron. Look, I hate beating the dead horse, buddy, but real quick. Jesse James, when he catches that ball, when the knee hits, he established the catch. Is that correct?
I thought he made a football move, and it should have been a touchdown regardless.
Great. And next year it probably will be
Next
because
year
they're going to
it's gonna
change the rule.
Lovely party
Hey,
gifts.
Bob, real quick. He when the knee hits, he makes the catch. The football move was going into the end zone then. So
Right.
he's a runner.
Thought. And even if
I mean,
you
it's
didn't
a shame
think
that
that,
we're making the game so hard to officiate.
Right.
It's a
well,
shame.
Goodell says it's time for a change. I mean,
And
he's
Mike
had to endure
Tomlin has
all
said
this.
that too. He's on the competition committee. I would think next year that'll be a catch.
But even if it wasn't ruled a football move, Ron, there was no conclusive evidence that the ball actually hit the ground.
Well, it looked to me like it did.
But it wasn't conclusive, and it took a long time to figure it out. Therefore, if you have more than a minute, then that means it's inconclusive.
Then stay with what you have
Right.
on the field.
Let's go to Ken in Bridgeville. Hey, Ken, how you doing?
Hi, Bob. Hi, Ron.
Hey.
Hey, I'm just wondering what you guys think about grifter Bob Nutting buying a newspaper after he dumped the salaries of McCutcheon and
Why would he? He's already.
Cole.
His family is in the newspaper
I
business.
know, but they already have him.
Yeah,
Why would he-
yeah, you know,
Spend more-
because they probably got it at a great price. It's out of bankruptcy. He's a great businessman. You may not like him as an owner, but he doesn't make bad business decisions as far as his businesses go. I hope the paper survives. I'm in the business myself, and I know it's a dying business right now, but I'm sure he's not spending a fortune on buying that paper.
Fox Chapel. Thomas is on the line. Hey, Thomas, what's up?
Yes. Dare I bring this up? The Pirates have a couple questions. One, do you think Logan Morrison would fit the Pirates roster?
I think anyone would fit the Pirate roster right now. What else?
I don't see him buying any kind of a veteran, no.
Yeah, but the market will come down at the end. They'll
Well,
always
all
sign
these
somebody.
guys, all these guys are
Nobody's
out there,
signing,
right?
Okay. About the pitching stuff,
Mm-hmm.
is there a veteran pitcher do you think the Pirates could afford to bring in, kind of like they did with A.J. Burnett, as a leadership role?
They had
A.J.
one.
Burnett, forget that leadership crap. A.J. Burnett contributed here by being an outstanding pitcher on the mound, and the Yankees paid a lot of his money to be here. Again, can they afford? Are they willing to afford? Those guys are hard to find that they can willingly afford. I never bought that leadership stuff. I mean, A.J. Burnett was a bulldog on the mound. That's where he brought his value to me.
Ron in Perryopolis. What's up, Ron?
Hi, Bob.
Hi.
Say hello to you and say hello to Ron. Ron, I listen to you every day on 93.7 The Fan.
Thank you, sir.
I don't have a question, but I do have something I'd like to say, and I've not heard anybody else say it listening to you, and I listen to you every night, listen to the show, Bob. I would just like to give a big compliment to Missy Matthews when you have her on Sundays. I think she did a great job. She's a very good-looking girl. She's very knowledgeable. I think she really added to the show. I think whoever thought to put her on the show hit a home run, hit it out of the park.
Well, I'm sure she'll be happy to hear that, and we were happy to have her on.
She does a great job.
She's
She really does.
Very professional.
Yeah.
She knows a lot about the sport, and she's very passionate about it, so we're happy to have her, and thank you. I'll pass that along, Ron. We're up against a break, but she is a very lovely lady. Glad to have her on, and we'll be back with more right after this.